I've had a lot of viewers reach out to me and ask me to do a video just to show how to process soy curls. Because sometimes when you get your first batch of soy curls, it can look a little bit intimidating, but they are super easy to process. So today I'll show you how to make a batch for immediate use, and then I'll show you how to batch prep the soy curls so you can just pop them in the freezer. And anytime you make a recipe that calls for a protein source, you can use these as a meat substitute. And then at the end, I'll also share with you a couple of upcoming recipes on how I turn these soy curls into some great entrees. Whenever I make soy curls, I usually make a batch that replicates a chicken and a beef option. And so I like to use my chickenless bouillon and my beefless bouillon. All we need to do is add our bouillon to a pot of boiling water, and I'll put all the measurements down below. Just give this a stir and remove the heat, and then we'll slide our soy curls into the pot. My heat is off and I've stirred these really well, and so I'll just cover them and let them sit for about 20 minutes to soak up all that yummy goodness. 20 minutes later, and these look absolutely perfect. You can see that these have absorbed almost all of that broth. These are hot as a pistol, so I'm going to drain the broth off of these, and I will keep that broth because it'll be great to use in a soup later. So I'll just pop it in the freezer. I'm just moving these around a little bit to remove some of that extra broth, and I am so glad I made these because I used our very last package of the beefless soy curls the other day. So we're ready to have some more of these. And now that I've drained the broth off of these, I'm going to just dump them out on a baking sheet so they can cool and they'll be a little bit easier to handle. Now, back when I operated a commercial kitchen, we kept a dedicated food fan on our workstations, and we would use it anytime we needed to quickly cool down anything that we were working with. And here at home, I do the same thing. And every few minutes, I just come by and I move these around a little bit, and these will be cooled off in no time. Well, you know I'm a fan of these little kitchen gloves, and these have cooled off enough in just 5 minutes where I can handle them easily. And so I just like to take a good sized handful, and I want to squeeze out a little more of the broth. And I've tried a lot of different methods to remove the extra broth. I've put it in a cheese bag, I've run it through a salad spinner, and I just felt like that removed too much of the flavor. And so just giving it a little gentle squeeze to get that extra broth out seems to work really well. And I'm just going to scatter these out on a cookie sheet covered in parchment paper. I've got my oven preheating, and I'm going to put these in the oven and we'll dry them out a little bit. I've got enough of these soy curls to do about 3 baking sheets, and then I'll have some left over for dinner tonight. I love to use soy curls as a protein source for our family. I prefer them over textured vegetable protein because they're a lot less processed. A soy curl is just simply soybeans that have been cooked in water, pressed, and then dried naturally. And after I finish making this beefless batch, I'm going to make a chickenless batch next. While my baking sheets are in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and pan saute these because we're having fajitas tonight. And so I just got my skillet hot, and you know I don't saute in oil. I'm just going to toss these soy curls right in. And if you were to taste these right now, they would taste a little bit spongy. And so we want to cook these until some of that moisture cooks out. They will begin to brown just a little bit. I have pan seared these for about 20 minutes, and the longer you cook these, the more firm they get, and this is just about the right consistency for us. These are going to make some great fajitas this evening, which means I'm going to have to throw together some pico de gallo, but that is super easy. Now, just a tip. I did save this broth, but I won't use it again for soy curls because the flavor is diluted a little bit. I will save it though and use it in a soup. So whether you're making these soy curls for a single meal or you're making it in batch, I think you'll find this is a recipe that you'll want to use again and again. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to make meatballs for a party, and I'm going to make my husband's favorite comfort food, meatloaf. So make sure you click that like and subscribe so you don't miss the next video, and I'll see you then.